Hello, in the new video of Dynasty 1. Today, we're going to talk about leveling up skill and awakening skill again. And today, we're not just going to talk about Dao Chan, but we're going to talk about the healers, the greatest healer of the whole game. So, there are currently 4 healers, hero in the game as a 7-star, obviously. And Dao Chan is the first one that I'm going to talk about. The first one I'm going to show off again because she has transcend, and her transcending skill is pretty awesome. So I don't actually know what does this second transcend skill does. Increase restoration HP of death rejection by 10%. Maybe this thing. I actually am not sure what the second transcend skill does, but what is really great about is the third transcend. Okay, let's kind of ignore the second transcend. If you know what the second transcend is, let me know. Yeah, the death rejection is this. So you get an additional 10% for herself. Yeah, okay. It's not bad. It does. It's an extra 10% of HP you get, but her third transcend skill is really great. It increases, not increase, it gives you 3 seconds of rage and a shield of 30% HP upon resurrection. So it basically buff her main skill by a lot. Now her main skill, as we talk about in her video, I said leaving it at 10 out of 15 is enough, and I still think it is because there's no reason to keep leveling up her main skill after awakening. But the third transcend makes her main skill so much more powerful without leveling up to 15 out of 15. I'll go into more detail later. Next one is Holy Quato, which also has transcend. Now his transcend skill is pretty lame. Yeah, you just buff his holy barrier, his shield, by 20%. So instead of 1566, you get additional 20%, which is about 300 more, so 1800, at most 1900. Not a big buff. I don't think it's really that great. And then the third transcend heals more when the hero's HP is lower. Now, what is more? It's only 50%. So going from 1500 to 2250 approximately. Now it's not bad, it's great, but you use his skill one time. How often, or what is the chance that the hero that he is healing actually has 40% HP or lower? And he doesn't prioritize the lowest percentage HP hero first, unlike Charming Dao Chan, which we talked about recently. Now the next one is definitely Charming Dao Chan that we're going to talk about right now. No transcending yet, which is what I'm looking forward to because she is the only passive healer. In her video, I talk about her being very special, but not good enough, way underpowered for what she is capable of doing. Now the newest hero which we get is Goddess. Goddess, her awakening skill is already very powerful. Transcending can make her even better, but we don't know that yet. We will discuss that in just a little bit, but I just want to go over a brief overview of all 4 of these healers. Again, another passive healer, but honestly, she doesn't really. You don't really need her for healing. You really need her for the awakening. So another hero that requires awakening skill and not really the main skill, because her main skill does provide her a lot of utility, but what she really shines at is the awakening skill, and she does require you to invest in her awakening skill to 5 out of 5, unlike other heroes, and we will talk about that in detail right now. Okay, so I've listed the 4 healers, and I'm gonna kind of compare them, what their skill offers, and then I'll talk about more because there's not much to write down. First thing is the skill type. Dao Chan is active, Charming Dao Chan is passive, Holy Quato is active, Goddess is active. So that's why Charming Dao Chan is special, because she's a passive. Now the healing. This is the healing at level 60 at 15 out of 15. Dao Chan does 7,000 ish healing, which is a lot. for 15 seconds. We can compare that with Goddess because both of them have similar healing. However, Goddess only heals 6,000 HP for 5 seconds, much higher healing per second. Okay, and in multiple videos I've compared both of them. One is good for healing troops with lower HP. You want to heal them consistently. Now, Goddess is really good for higher HP troops and heroes because they have more HP to be depleted. They usually tank higher damage stuff, and you want their survivability. Although it's not going to be long because it only lasts for 5 seconds. But for example, 500 HP is not going to be 500 HP per second is not going to be enough for you to tank a hero or tank a purgatory tower. But 1200 HP per second will be able to. And then Charming Daochan and Holy Quato is kind of similar because they both heal heroes. They both heal heroes a certain time, and funny enough, they heal about approximately the same amount. And Charming Daochan heals 6 times, and Holy Quato heals 9 times, and the total is listed in here. On top of that, Holy Quato gives an extra shield for all 4 heroes. Obviously, the counter to that is Charming Daochan is a passive hero. That means she can heal multiple times of this amount, which makes her better than Holy Quato in the long game, in the long battle, because Holy Quato only does it 1 time, and that's all the healing that he's gonna do. In addition to 4 shield, that is approximately 1500 again, and yeah, that's basically it for Holy Quato. Now, Charming Daochan, as long as she survives, she can keep using her healing. And she does prioritize the hero with the lowest percentage HP, which I mentioned earlier. Now, Holy Quato doesn't do that, which makes his transcending skill a little bit weak because he does require... Not that his transcending is weak. His transcending skill is not useful at all because he might not be healing any hero that has their HP below 40%. Now, Charming Daochan will prioritize the lowest lowest HP percentage hero first. The bad thing is her passive skill takes 18 seconds. Now, I'm gonna go back to, well, I guess I'll finish talking about what their specialty is. Obviously, Daochan and Goddess heals in the area of effect surrounding them. Goddess have a much bigger area than Daochan. Both Charming Daochan and Holy Quato heals heroes specifically and heroes only. Specialty of Daochan is obviously she can revive. Holy Quato give you the shield, and that's it. for shield, obviously. Goddess give you the rage from her awakening skill. Charming Daochan really doesn't give you much except her only advantage is passive. So in order to make her usable, you really rely on her passiveness. The ability to use her skill multiple times. And that is the only thing that she can offer. So let's go back to talk about the skill. Upping the skill or not. Remember, Daochan, you don't have to up her skill after she awakens. Because at 10 out of 10 or even 10 out of 15, she revives 100% already. So there's no need to level that up. You only get more healing. And again, distributed in 15 seconds, you're probably getting like another 100 healing per second. Or something like that. I don't know. But most people don't really care about the healing from Daochan. They just want to revive. So the 100% revive is enough. Now, after awakening, to be honest, you don't really need the awakening. After awakening, you just gave her additional chance. Revive herself with 10%, I think, 10% HP. And each time you upgrade her awakening skill, you get 5 more percent. Now, in the transcending, if you transcend her completely, you get the 10% already. So that's already equivalent to 2 awakening skill. So I still think you don't need to upgrade her awakening skill. I still haven't. My Daochan is still a 10 out of 15 and 1 out of 5. And I am using her on defense right now. Very low investment, very good. Now, if you decide to transcend her, that's even better. You don't need the awakening skill to be maxed out. You just get 10% extra health for her own revival, for her own resurrection. And then you get the 3 seconds of rage for the hero that she revives as the 3rd transcending skill. So amazing, very low investment. Her own skill and awakening is low investment. Her transcending, it makes her very strong. So she is a really good healer right now. She can be the greatest healer. But it's unfair to compare now because both Charming Dao Chan and Goddess haven't got their transcend yet. Let's take a look at Charming Dao Chan. In her video, I said, well, transcending, both her main skill and transcending skill are pretty useful too because her skill, the purpose of her skill is to heal. Now, her main skill does require her to level up her skill up to 15 15 to heal more. Now, that healing is not a lot, but it's still more. So it's not as important as her awakening skill. I did say prioritize her awakening skill because she has a cooldown of 18 seconds. If you max out the awakening skill, you can reduce that to 12 seconds, which is a big difference. You can use her skill 3 times in 36 seconds instead of 2 times in 36 seconds. Big improvement. That's a third of improvement, right? So that's the only thing that she's already a very heavy investment in her skill already. And to be honest, her skill is really her healing is really low compared to Holy Quato. Yeah, it's passive. She only heals 6 hero at a time at one skill and only 1400. So not really that not really that strong, to be honest. She needs a big buff. Hopefully the transcend, if they don't give her a big buff, hopefully the transcending skill give her much more. But honestly, you only give her 2 transcend skill. How good can that be? She needs way more than that. Now Holy Quato, again, you get the healing on active, you get the shield, you get the transcend skill. But is that enough? I don't think it is because his transcending skill is really weak. The healing again is really weak. 1500 is not enough. Neither is that enough for Charming Dao Chan or Holy Quato for 7-star hero. Now on top of that, his awakening skill is garbage. I said it in his video. Honestly, I don't see a reason to upgrade him at all beyond 10 out of 10. You probably just want his main skill instead of his awakening skill. His awakening skill is like, I don't even remember, like when his own shield breaks, it heals like 3 random units around him, like couple hundred. What the hell? That doesn't make any sense. That's not useful at all. So the only thing you want to do with him is upgrade his main skill, heals more. And I do see some situation where that is important, that can be useful. And the only way to utilize that is that he has to be very far away from anyone so that he has full HP when he heals. And the only way to do that is heal the heroes that are tanking in the front. And hopefully they are taking a lot of damage. Or else I don't know what would this be, because remember his transcending skill give you 50% extra healing when the hero has 40% HP or less. I assume that hero is referring to the hero that is being healed. Now, once you heal them, they are probably not going to be under 40% HP. So the healing goes back to the original healing amount, which is 1500, not 2000 something. So as you can imagine, the skill kind of contradicts the skill itself. the transcending skill kind of contradicts his own skill. So yeah, pretty bad transcend for Holy Quato, and that makes him even worse. I mean, they don't want obviously they don't want people to use Holy Quato. That's why they make his skill very bad, because the 20% extra shield is not that significant. His shield only gives like 1500 again. Not that useful as a 7-star, awaken 7-star, or even transcend 7-star, because when your 7-star is like at level 60, level 70, that 2000 extra shield is not really that important. So Goddess, in her video I said her her awakening skill is very useful, and her main skill is not as important. Basically, Charming Dao Chan and Goddess have the same properties. They really rely on her awakening skill, because their main skill only gives you more healing. Her main skill can be comparable to Dao Chan in a way that actually you don't really compare, because her main skill offers immunity to control and lasts for 5 seconds anyways. So you don't really need to upgrade her main skill. It only gives you more healing. So if you want the healing, like Charming Dao Chan, then yes, you upgrade her main skill to 15-15. But if not, you need the awakening skill to be 5-5, just like Charming Dao Chan. So again, could possibly be a pretty heavy investment to upgrade her. Now again, we need to wait for the transcending for her to make sure that she can become even better. But if you just look at it right now, even without the transcending for Dao Chan and Holy Quato, Dao Chan is the better healer. I shouldn't say better. It's a cheaper healer because you don't need to upgrade her main skill or awakening skill. Now, which one is it better? It depends. It depends on the specialty. What do you really want? I'll argue that Goddess is probably the better healer right now because of the rage. Yeah, that she can give to the other three heroes. Now, obviously, it depends on how you play, because if you want the revive, Dao Chan can be the better revive. Now, obviously, Goddess have a bigger range and a better healing per second compared to Dao Chan. And Charming Dao Chan and Holy Quato is probably the weakest healer right now, just because they don't offer much. They heal heroes only, which is not a bad thing, but every 18 seconds, you heal 6 hero? Very bad for only 1400. Holy Quato you use one time, might be very good, but after that, I don't think that healing is good enough. I don't think that shield, the 4 shield and the 13,000 healing makes it good enough to replace a hero, because you're losing another hero by putting Holy Quato in it. So I'll say the weakest is probably Holy Quato. I'm sure that there will be some use for him. There will be some situation where he is very good, but in general, I don't think he is that great. Charming Dao Chan can be even better. But let's talk about treasure. Again, all 4 of these healers do not require treasure. There's no requirements. if they have HP, that's great. Now the only one, obviously, the next thing, if you have HP, the next thing is to have spawn the ability to spawn alchemists after they die. So Dao Chan will take that effect into 2 times, which is probably the only thing you want. Now for Hero Seal, again, Hero Seal not that much. You only want to give them rejuvenation because it gives them more healing. And for Charming Dao Chan, the only other thing that you want to give her is the Last Stand, giving her more rage when she's about to die, because the other 3 are active hero, so they don't need the Last Stand. You just want to give them the rejuvenation so that they can heal more. In that case, Dao Chan and Goddess will take a big effect into that because they have their base amount is high. Holy Quato and Charming Dao Chan doesn't take that much. Even if you get 30%, again, I said it, it's even after the 30%, it's close to 1800. Yeah, after the 9 times, after 6 times, it's a lot. But 1800 per hero per time is not a lot. Okay? So, again, that's not really that important. Compared to Goddess, that's different. 30% into here, that's about 7,000, about 8,000, 7,000-ish, 800 around, I guess. I don't know. That turns out to be, I guess, 1500 per second. This is 1500 per time. This is 1500 per second, which is a much better healing to everyone in her area. And I would assume the other 3 heroes will be in the area to take advantage of the rage. So her skill actually synergize with each other. While Holy Quato, his awakening skill, his main skill, and his transcending skill contradict each other. Charming, I mean, probably you want to put the Last Stand on her better than the healing. 1800 is not a lot. Giving her the ability to heal again when she's about to die may be the better choice. Dao Chan doesn't really matter, I guess. Give her more healing, then. That's better. And if not, maybe you don't even have the Hero Seal. So in terms of treasure and Hero Seal, they are low requirement healers. That's great, because if it's difficult to make a good healer, I don't think people will use the healers. So the next thing I want to talk about is the transcending skill for Charming Dao Chan and Goddess, the possibility, because I really want Charming Dao Chan to be better, And with only 2 transcending skill slots for her, she needs a lot of things. She needs more healing. She needs faster cooldown. Now, they could give her faster cooldown. I mean, they gave Zhuge faster cooldown already. So it is possible that Charming Liao-Chan can get a faster cooldown as well. More healing, I don't know how much is enough. Maybe 50%? That only bumps it up to 2100, which is a lot on a passive. I would say on a passive, it's a lot. If you also have a lower cooldown. The other thing is, they can give her Dao Chan's ability, not the revive, but giving the rage when she heals a hero. Now that might be too overpowered, but the thing is, she only heals 6 times. She might be healing herself. That would be great. If she heal herself, then she gets 6 seconds of cooldown, 6 seconds of rage. Then she can use her skill again. I think that will be very good for her. Honestly, it might not be overpowered. It might just be enough. So I think that could be a good way to buff her. More healing, give rage per healing, and lower cooldown. I know that's 3 things, so they have to combine 2 of them at the same time and combine 2 of them for the last transcending. Now for Goddess, what can they give her? I mean, obviously she has a rage already, she has the healing. So what can she get? Maybe more healing? I mean, they like to do that, just give more healing. Maybe extending the range of the skill. That would be another lazy thing to do, which is bad. Or extending her skill, which probably won't work because that will make her skill weaker in terms of the healing per second. They could give her more buff from her healing because she is a really supportive hero. Immunization to control, a lot of healing, increased rage. Maybe she can give maybe a buff to maximum HP, maybe a buff to mitigation. I don't know. Maybe give a more maybe attack speed, a little bit attack speed. But then that kind of crossover with Sima Yi's buff, or even Zhang Wei's awakening skill. So probably not anything offensive, more defensive buff, more maybe increase their maximum HP, mitigation shield. That's something that they could give her, because if they just give her more range and then more 10% extra healing, that would be lame. Now if her transcending skill is even more rage increase, then that would be crazy. That will make her very powerful. But I don't know, maybe. Basically, who is the greatest healer? Well, the greatest healer right now is probably Dao Chan and then Goddess. And then Charming Dao Chan and Holy Quato can fight for the last place. But anyways, I think this is it for this video. Let me know which one is your favorite healer, if you have any healer, or maybe you don't use healer, or let me know if you have Goddess or Charming Dao Chan and you don't use them anymore. Let me know what you want for their transcending skill that will make you want to play them again. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.